Hello, Instagram. Happy Monday, and welcome to today's episode of The Trish Lynn Show. Today we are talking all things nutrition and how to stay on track with your goals throughout the holidays. So we will wait for our guest, Pam, to come on. She's been on before, and this is such a great conversation because I got some stories. I can talk again today, which is amazing. Actually, I'll share with you guys after in the stories. I made a concoction on the weekend utilizing my background in nutrition, and let me tell you, the golf ball of swelling that I had in my neck Friday and Saturday, by Saturday afternoon was cut in half. It was fucking amazing. So yeah, I will share that. I'm going to share that with you guys because it is definitely something to have in your back pocket as you head into cold and flu season and just all of the things. Hopefully, we can get her notified that we are live. I know sometimes it takes a while. I might just have to go on here quick and send her a message. You guys, I'm like really fired up this morning. I started working towards some new goals. Got in all of the things, and yeah. It's like, there she is. I don't have to go and find her. So yeah, super excited for all of that. We'll just bring Coach Pam on here and we can get started. Maybe. There we go. Good morning.
Morning.
How are you?
I'm good. And yourself?
I'm fired up this morning. I was just sharing, I started working towards some new goals this morning, so I'm like all amped up.
Awesome.
Yeah. So I let everyone know our topic, talking about staying on track and how to stay on track throughout the holidays. And when it comes to your fitness, nutrition goals, and I'm excited for this conversation because I actually have a story that I thought about while I was getting ready, and it wasn't throughout the holidays, but it's a good story. So I'll let you take the lead on this one if you want, and I'm just gonna jump in whenever, and then at some point I'm gonna share that story.
You can share the story.
Okay, so we're talking about how to stay on track throughout the holidays, right?
Yeah.
And for most women, this brings up a lot of questions and anxiety, and they don't want to fall off track. And the thing is, you can't, if you know what to eat and you are following a sustainable way of eating, I don't even want to say a diet, but a sustainable way of eating, there's no falling off track. And this leads to my story because when my ex and I were together, we went out for dinner one night with two other couples. Now, this is back when I specialized in weight loss, okay? This is what I was doing, and I was actively running a weight loss program. We went out for dinner with two other couples, and these women are sitting there picking apart the menu on how many calories are in each drink and in each meal and what they can order. And I'm sitting there, the nutrition professional, this is what I do, this is what I was doing, actively running a weight loss program, knowing what to eat, not worrying about the calories, but knowing what foods to pick that were going to fuel my body and not just pack on the pounds and useless calories. So when you know what to eat, it's not sitting there counting the calories and having the anxiety and worrying about the foods. It's knowing what to choose.
Yeah.
And choosing that and enjoying your night and not having the anxiety around it, because that's just not fun. I was that way for a very long time, really worried, always like, oh shit, another glass of wine. Okay, how many calories is that? Now I'm like, I get to enjoy myself because every other day of the week I'm putting in the fucking work and doing what I need to do.
Yeah.
So if you want to enjoy that piece of dessert, enjoy the piece of dessert. I'll let you take over.
You can either you can either sacrifice some things during the holidays, or you can just let it be. But when you get back on track, just how you get back on track is like how you usually are, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, for example, during the holidays, have less sauces. For example, like for your Thanksgiving or Christmas. Well, Thanksgiving and Christmas is almost the same food. Depends.
Yeah, and
um.
for a lot of the people who are in the States, they're coming up to their Thanksgiving weekend. So this is something to take into consideration. We've already had our Thanksgiving here in Canada, but I know for those in the States, that's what we are coming up to. So this is some great pieces to move into not only your Thanksgiving, but into Christmas as well.
Where are you based again?
I'm in Toronto, well,
Oh,
an hour and a half east of Toronto.
okay. I forgot when is. I know ours just passed like two
Yeah,
weeks ago. When is can when is USA like
it's
close to
coming up.
end, right? End of November. Oh, okay, so you got time. But yeah, a lot of people like worry about holidays a lot because yeah, people. That's why they said don't gain like 10 to 20 pounds over the holidays because it's possible, right? But you can either sacrifice less or sacrifice a bit or let it be and then but like just yeah just in moderation, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's not, portions are such a big piece. I know here and in the States, portion control. It's not that you have to sacrifice. If you're keeping up with your daily routine, your fitness, and for every other meal, you're still eating what you would typically eat and following your normal routine, that one meal, if you want to have that potato, because I don't eat potatoes, like I don't eat a lot of carbs to begin with, my body does not like them and I know that. But if I make a roast dinner and I make these perfect little roast potatoes for my kids, you're damn right I'm going to eat one, because I just put in all that hard work to make them and they are delicious. My body doesn't like them, but I'm going to have one and I'm not going to feel guilty about it, right?
Yeah.
Or, pumpkin pie. I love pumpkin pie. I do not feel
Mhm.
guilty about eating it. We can't feel guilty about enjoying things through the holiday, but we can also enjoy the things that we want to eat in moderation, watching the portions and staying on track with everything else in our lives. If you're going to just blow it, like, then you're not wanting to actively stay on track for the goals that you have set for yourself. And you can blow it, you can gain those 10, 20 pounds very easily,
Yep.
very easily.
Mhm.
But you can also stay where you might not lose weight if that's what you're actively working on, but you don't have to gain it. That's, I think, what I'm trying to say, and it's just not coming out.
Yeah, you don't have to gain it. And then a lot of people also believe like, oh, the holidays are so busy, I cannot get a coach. Actually, people only feel like you can work on your fitness and health and your eating habits when they have a lot of time. Like, oh, I cannot work on this. Oh, I can't work on it. But actually, when you're busy, is the best time to do it. So when you're free, it's much easier, right?
Well, and when you're busy, you're having that person in your back pocket. You're having the tips and tricks in your back pocket instead of, a lot of times when we're busy, what's the first thing we run to? Something that's quick, something quick to eat.
Yeah. Oh,
More often than not, those quick things are not healthy for us. And I've noticed, like, I don't eat out at all, basically at all.
wow.
And a lot of things that are healthy for us, are not actually healthy for us because they're still jam packed full of calories and fillers.
Yeah.
And,
Um,
yeah,
I
when you're busy.
remember I did like a shift somewhere a few months ago and I grabbed something from the grocery store like some food, some Chinese food. I saw the sodium level on that and it was like 100 something percent. I'm like, oh my god, this is wild.
Yeah.
I just came for the protein and I cannot really eat the rest. I'm like, oh my god, I've never seen this much sodium in something before.
Yeah, it's scary, and we walk into grocery stores now, here. I don't know if it's the same in the States or not, but here we have all of these fresh, ready-made foods ready to go. But if you actually look at the ingredients and what's in them, it's not that good.
Yeah, a lot of fat.
Yeah,
A lot of fat, processed items.
Yeah. A lot of the processed items are full of the chemicals that our bodies don't know how to digest. So it's looking at, your overall health, and, what's quick and easy sometimes isn't good to be quick and easy. Like,
Yep.
is it really that quick, or can you go grab the ingredients? This is a little off topic for the holidays, but I make my own bread. I don't buy bread at all anymore. I will not buy it. And the bread that I make, the kids absolutely love. My oldest asked me a couple weeks ago for a sandwich the one day for school. I'm like, well, that's what I was making you anyways. He's like, oh, good, because that bread was amazing. Never had a 15-year-old. I mean, he's my first 15-year-old, but he's 15 and he's like, I want a sandwich for lunch.
I definitely prefer homemade banana bread. I mean, I'm not really a baker or a chef, but like I live with family friends, so they make it. And it's the same like when the pandemic happened, like when lockdown and all that stuff happened, you were eating at home more.
Yeah.
You feel and then when things started to open up, or even before things started to open up, because there was takeout still available, right?
Yeah.
So one time me and my aunt went to take out Korean food. As soon as I ate it, I'm like, even we know Asian food is healthier. Okay, that really depends how it's made. But as soon as I ate it, I was just so bloated. I'm just like, what? How is this possible? But it's because we've been eating at home for a while already.
Yeah.
And so the pandemic showed a lot of things, definitely.
Yeah. That's when I started learning how to make a lot of things. I've always made banana bread. It's one of my favorite. I make a loaf of banana bread and it's gone in a day.
Wow.
Like, I'm lucky if I get a piece. The kids, they will eat it nonstop. I usually have to plan to make two, but I started, I had gardens throughout the pandemic, growing all of my own stuff, canning. I learned so many different pieces to preserve food, but do it in a way that's good for me and, well, now my kids. And it's skills that I love. I love doing it. I love making the bread. It's not hard, and it is so delicious, and the house smells amazing. There's so many pieces and things. Oh, I think we lost you temporarily. Hopefully there you go, you're back.
Yeah, I had to go on data. So I need to get the booster for Wi-Fi soon for my room. It goes off and on. Yeah, but I don't know. Computers are fine, but phone seems to happen. I don't know why it does that.
Yeah, it's technology. We don't ask questions. We just know that there could be glitches along the way, and it is what it is. The show's live. If it happens, it happens. We make the best of it. But yeah, really, as we're moving through the holidays and into the holiday season, it's a big, big thing to worry about. And I don't want anyone who is watching this episode to be in that worry state, be in that fear state of, I'm going to gain, 10 pounds. Another piece to that is the mindset. If you think you're going to gain 10 pounds, you're going to gain that 10 pounds because you're constantly thinking about it. Think about, I get to eat this and continue with my goals. It's all in how you think about things and how you shift it in your mind.
I love that. I need to, the mindset is definitely really important because they always say like, this is what I've seen, and actually I believe in it. 10 to around 10 to 20% is fitness and nutrition. The rest is mindset, because like anyone can start, but a lot of people have a hard time continuing it, right? That's why support is needed.
Building the habit and continuing to move forward. It's the same with business. It's the exact same. It's, that 20% strategy. The rest is your energy and your mindset and all of the things that you're telling yourself. It's no different than coming to your health and your nutrition goals. It's all of the pieces that you are telling yourself as you move through the day. You can procrastinate a lot when it comes to a fitness routine. I put it off all weekend. I'm like, no, I'm going to start Monday. But I made sure that when I got up this morning, I just got it in before we came on here, before I got showered and stuff. But I made sure I got my workout in this morning because I knew if I got showered and washed my hair and everything, I wasn't going to do it because I'm not going to sweat that much after washing my hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. I know how I am and I know how I work. And the same with everyone who's watching in. You know how you are, you know how you work. So take that into consideration as you move through the holidays with keeping on track with your goals.
Yeah.
And go ahead.
No, continue. I was just agreeing with you.
Yeah. And if you're looking for support or you want support or you want something, some help to stay on track or just have that in your back pocket, we've got Coach Pam here who is more than happy to help you.
Yeah. I was gonna say something, but oh yeah. Honestly, ever since I started working out in the morning, it changed a lot of things. It made it's just so much better because, and then I realized, and then there are times like, oh, I didn't work out in the morning, but I want to work out, and then I'm already working, and you just end up procrastinating, you
Yeah.
know. So I'm just like, it's better to get it done in the morning because if I do it later in the evening, like if it's strength training, I can still sleep if I do it later. But if it's cardio like Zumba, I can't do it like after
No.
8 p.m. No, after 8 p.m. No, I can't do it. I can't sleep anymore.
That's
But
it. Yeah.
strength training, it depends. Strength training is a bit easier over cardio, but like taking a walk, yes, I can sleep because that's pretty chill, but it's to get my steps in.
Yeah.
But like yeah, but when it comes to working out, I prefer doing it in the morning, and then it just makes things so much flow better.
Yeah. Mine's a combination of cardio and strength training, so it has to, like, if I do that at night, I'm not sleeping for a while. I know that. I need my nighttime to unwind and, just process everything that's gone on through the day, let my mind quiet down, not work myself back up.
Yeah, you need that. Like, people need a bed nighttime routine as well before going to bed.
Yes.
And like I'm actually working on that, even though I tell my clients that and my audience like to have a nighttime routine. But what I do lately is just work, sleep. I don't really have a nighttime routine because I just sleep easily, but I do need one. So when I wake up, I'm not too tired as well.
Yeah. Well, now you can call yourself out on that and start a nighttime routine and hold yourself to it.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
It's hard, and you know what? It's recognizing those pieces that we are telling our clients, but then we're not following through on our own and calling ourselves out on. I called myself out on a whole bunch of stuff on the weekend. I think it was yesterday actually, and I'm like, okay, today's the fresh start, and you know what? I feel so much better for actually following through with the things I said I was going to do.
For sure.
It boosts so many different things. It leaves you energetically just feeling so much better. Yeah. So throughout the holidays, if you say, I'm going to do this, do it and hold yourself accountable because you will feel so much better keeping that commitment to yourself.
Yeah. It's like me doing a full body workout or a leg day on like a beginning of the week because it's the hardest, right? I always like, oh, leg day. Oh my god. Okay, I love leg day, but it's after you do it, it's just like
I don't like leg day anymore after you do it. Yeah.
leg day is awesome. But I mean, every woman wants to grow their peach, right? And I mean, we want to shape our body, but yeah, it's definitely the hardest because we have to use our legs all the time.
Yeah.
And then we're just so hungry after like leg day and full body. I'm the most hungriest.
Yeah. And it's listening to your body on those days. And I think maybe that's a piece that we could talk about right now because it kind of leads into those holiday dinners. If you are putting in that full body workout and you are hungry, I know, and I know a lot of women will sacrifice all of their meals. I know women who still do this, who will sacrifice all of their meals leading up to that big dinner. Even though they are so hungry, they will get their workout in, but they're not going to eat anything. Let's talk about that for a second because that is not healthy.
Yeah. I've worked in catering. I've worked in catering where I like, during the appetizer time, I meet the guests and they're just like, oh, I'm so hungry. I didn't eat all day.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, what? Wow. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, you should actually still be eating before the big event. So when you or that dinner, so when it's time to eat, you're not like overeating or binging,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. And your body still needs that nutrition throughout the day
Mm-hmm.
to, like, if you've just put in a hard workout, your body needs to replenish itself. It needs the fuel. It needs it to keep going. You're gonna end up being sluggish, then you're gonna eat that dinner and you're just gonna sink back and you're gonna be just like blah because your body's not working overtime to process the extra food you've eaten because you are so hungry you just stuffed your face. It's finding that balance of keeping up with your goals, so keeping up with your fitness routine, keeping up with those goals and all of the things that you want to do, not sacrificing your meals throughout the day. So if you're going to do that workout in the morning, eat your normal breakfast, eat your normal lunch.
Yeah,
And then when it comes to dinner, one, you're not going to just pig out on everything because you're starving. But if you want that extra something, have portion control and have that extra something. Don't feel guilty about it because you're going to wake up the next morning and you're going to follow your routine again. And you're not falling off track. That one meal is not going to have you fall off of track as long as you are staying up with everything else that you've set for yourself.
yeah. It's also like reorganizing your portions or macros. So, I mean, I know for like maybe for like a Christmas dinner or Thanksgiving, you kind of know what to expect for food. But when it comes to like weddings, I think it depends. But like, if you know that for Thanksgiving or Christmas you're gonna have more fat, then you can have like, much less fat earlier in the day, right?
Yes.
But still have your protein, still have your veggies, still have your carbs, but not too much of it. Like still eat, right? But for
Yeah.
dinner, you're gonna have more carbs probably because the food is good, and more fats. Then just have less of it in the day.
Yeah, exactly. It's just about, that little bit of preparation.
Mm-hmm.
But then, when you do go to make your plate of food, understanding what's in front of you
Mm-hmm.
and what you're choosing to put on your plate. I will always have more vegetables than I do potatoes because I don't like potatoes. I love French fries. I don't like a lot of potatoes. It's weird, but it is what it is. That's me. Um, and it's just choosing according to your goals is the
Yeah,
biggest piece, but not over analyzing, getting, worked up and anxious about it, and not starving yourself beforehand.
for sure. Yeah.
So I am good with ending the episode there. If you are good with that, because it kind of gives like the whole picture for everyone who's viewing to take in.
Yeah, I think I'm good as well.
Awesome. Well, thank you for jumping on here and bringing this topic to the table because it's definitely one that needs to be heard as we move forward. And for anyone who is joining into the show, if you have anything to add, as always, leave it in the comments for us. We will get back to you. If you are looking for support as we move through the holidays, I'm going to drop Pam's information into the caption for you and you can connect with her there.
Awesome.
Awesome. Okay. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.